Investing in a real estate is a very big and huge amount that we invest to realize such problem. So, but after investing and realizing the project of a real estate, there is a problem that we find. So we discussed with different people across the world, and especially we went to Africa to ask some people. And then we meet some promoters of a real estate, and then we had a talk with them. Also, we have a talk with their management team, and the third person, we have a talk with the tenant of those houses. So over here, we have three different persons who is in action. We have the promoters of the real estate, we have the management of a real estate, and the third person is the tenant of a real estate. So from those three people, we just have a talk. And the first person who we meet was in Cotonou. And the one that we meet is in Cotonou and is living abroad for over a decade. And he decided to build up a building, different apartments, so that we may give that to those people who is in need and to pay every month as a tenant. So we asked some question to the same person, and we asked him how much percentage did you recover after having his real estate. He was unable to give a proper answer because that was some approximation that was given. So we asked him how is giving that property to the management. So he said that he give the management to his own sister so that his own sister will manage it. So we decided to meet the management team, and we had a chance to talk with the management team. The management team give us confidently a true answer, some good answer, so that we come to report this in our video. So the management team told us that she's a mother, and she know that sometimes it's difficult for the tenant to pay regularly. So she gives some concessions sometimes to the tenant so that they may delay the payment for 2, 3, or 5 months. And she gives also the statement that it happens sometimes that she is not taking the rent because it's difficult for the family to pay, and for the job purpose is also sometimes difficult. The third thing, she said that she keep the record of all payment, and then she go and then she collect the money and then put aside for the reparation and all the maintenance thing. We decided also to meet the third person in the house. Those third person was the tenant. We had a chance to meet one of the oldest tenants in the house, and we asked him some question about how is he satisfied with the management of the house, the management of the property. He told us that he is not that much satisfied because it happened for a number of times that they pay the money, they pay the rent, and there was no proper record, so that they pay twice. They pay sometime and then they pay again for the same amount. The second thing that gave us an information was it happened that you pay your rent, and then some problem occur in the house. There is no one who will take care of your house. If they have a plumber problem, if they have electricity problem, if they have a sewage problem, they have to do by themselves. And unfortunately, if you live in the house for a number of years, there is no concession for you. If you have to pay, you have to pay right now. Otherwise, you have to shift from the house. And another important thing that he communicated to us was there are some times that she increased the rent gradually. So they don't know exactly according to which plan they increase the rent, but they increase the rent gradually after some time. So from all those three different actors, we just come out and then identify 5 different problems in the system. The first problem is a management problem because the property are not well managed by the management team, by also the investors. And the second problem is a lack of recovery of the investment because the huge amount that has been invested in a real estate has not been refunded properly. The third problem is a consistency problem because we just identified that from one level to the second level and to the third level, there is no a proper information. There is a gap of communication. So we come also to identify another fourth problem is a corruption problem because the money that has been paid by the tenant is not reflected by the management, and the management is not giving the same answer, the same response to the promoter of the real estate. And the fifth problem that we identify is a problem of communication because when a problem occurs in the house, there is no one who will take care of it. To whom suppose we to communicate our problem? Who will take charge of all these problems? So out of all those 5 problems, we come back to our analysis and then we say it is very possible to provide some solution, IT-based solution that will solve all these problems. With the analysis of all those 5 problems, and we are proposing something very interesting that will help to solve this situation. So we are proposing a real estate management system that will handle those 3 different actors of the system, that will reconcile the real estate promoters, that will reconcile the management team, and that will reconcile the tenant. Our solution is to provide a platform where every real estate promoter will create digitally their estate, and then our application will give an opportunity to them to promote the different apartments that they are going to put on lease or they are going to put on a rental basis. The second thing is that we provide also the opportunity to rent all the apartments. And the third solution will be every tenant has to pay directly through the application. And when we give the opportunity to pay directly through the application, we will collect all the money and then we put in a bank account. And every promoter will have the opportunity to have a virtual account so that they can get the money directly from the application to their real bank account system. And when they will have a problem of management, they will have any problem like a plumbery problem, like an electrician problem, like any sewage problem, they will just report directly through the application, and the management team will get the information, and management team will bring those persons in charge of the problem to come to repair it. And from that situation, it will give a proper clarity to the management of a real estate. It will give an active session to everyone to be happy in a real estate. So this is our idea, and then we are going to provide so many features in this application so that everyone may be happy and satisfied with the management.